Hi, my name is Kayla Hahn, and my project is on women in the military. And for far too long, American women have had a hard time being accepted into the military. Women have served in the United States Army since 1775, and they nursed the ill and the wounded. They cooked for the troops and the camping sites. They just did a lot, and when they were nursing the troops that were wounded, some of those wounds were very disgusting to look at. And a lot of people say that women aren't strong enough to handle the battle, or their anxiety might be too high, or they might even be too provoking for some men to handle. But if you think about it, the women were able to handle those disgusting wounds that they saw, and they were able to help that person survive. And I think that if they were able to do that, they would be able to, be in the battlefront. Like, I think they would be able to handle that. They are often downgraded to secondhand positions, such as nursing, or aiding people, or just cooking for them, or they're simply not included at all. And one thing that they are not included in is the Navy SEALs. The Navy SEAL is considered the service's most selective and physically demanding. They conduct special operations and are prepared on combat for all services. The acronym stands for Sea, Air, and Land. So they're able to fight in the water, they're trained to fight in the air, and they're trained to fight on land. So you have to be, a pretty smart person to be able to handle all that. The SEALs were crucial to the United States military operations against Cuba and the Soviet Union in the Cold War. They were active in Vietnam War and had a central role in the CIA operation that killed the leader Osama bin Laden in 2011, which caused 9/11. And in 2015, for the first time, women will be allowed to become a Navy SEAL. In 2013, the Pentagon lifted an official ban on women serving in combat roles and ordered leaders in each branch of the military to examine ways to open more doors, particularly in combat roles. And I know in the Civil War, some women even cross-dressed as men just to be able to fight in the front line of wars, or just to even be in the war at all. And I think that shows that women really do have what it takes to be in the military. And even in other countries, women are doing more in the military than the United States women are. And I think that we have a group of very strong women here, and I think that we should give them more opportunities to show what they have. Military leaders have begun to set gender-neutral standards for obtaining certain jobs in the military. According to HuffingtonPost.com, John Grenard, Chief of Naval Operations, said as long as women meet the standards and pass the training, that they should be granted the opportunity to join the Navy's most elite teams, which I also agree with. I think that if they can pass the test and they want to be on those teams, that they should be allowed to be on those teams. And just because men might be stronger and they might be more in shape than women, doesn't mean that women don't have what it takes. Many women were on the front lines in the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, which was a big step from World War II or World War I, where they were just nursing or aiding or cooking, and that helped convince the military leaders to reevaluate the long-standing restrictions. The United States Army Ranger School is an intense 62-day combat leadership course, and it helps towards the small unit tactics. It has been called the toughest combat course in the world and is the most physically and mentally demanding leadership school the Army has to offer. And for the first time, 2 women graduated from the Ranger School, which is a training program that prepares soldiers for frontline combat roles. CNN stated that Kristen Grease and the First Lieutenant Shay Haver made history as the first time 2 women to graduate from the U.S. Elite Ranger School. Griest is an airborne qualified military police officer, and Haver is a helicopter pilot. The course that they were both in started out with 381 men and 19 women, and by the end of the 62-day course, only 94 men and 2 women, which were Griest and Haver, met all the requirements. Many people questioned that maybe the course was lowered for the females and made easier for them, but it wasn't. Austin S. Miller, commanding general of the United States Army, has said that they met every requirement that the men did, and sometimes they even did it better. Some of their classmates said that the 2 women at various points in the course were the only ones to volunteer to take the heavy weight of their male counterparts. And Miller described the 2 female soldiers as physically and mentally very capable, which means that, they can handle the school, they passed all the requirements, and it's just proving that women can do just about anything that men can do, even though men can be stronger or bigger, and men don't get too attached to things, and sometimes people think that women just get too involved and that they can't handle it because they're so emotionally attached, which I don't think is true. I think women just are very passionate about things, and I think men in the military are proving to be very passionate about protecting our country, and that's what women are just trying to do too. They're just trying to, protect their families and friends and whoever everybody. They just want to protect everybody, and I think that is just showing that women do care and women can handle it. And by March of 2016, qualified women are going to be able to start training to become a Navy SEAL. This ties in with Chapter 9 on measuring the world of work, because women are still getting treated differently than men in the work field. Women don't get the opportunities that men get in the military. Men will get the higher paying jobs. They will get the more intense jobs as, being like a Navy SEAL or being a Ranger. Those are very hard jobs. And I think even in the military, no matter what you do, your job is going to be hard. It relies all on you. And I don't think that women should be treated differently because they're doing the same job that men are doing. And I think women are proving that they can do things that only men have been doing in the military for years, and they were just never given the chance to prove it. And I think now people are starting to realize that women can do it, and they're proving to them by these 2 girls graduating the Ranger School is proving that they can do it and that they have what it takes to become, a Navy SEAL or a Ranger, which have only been jobs for men because they think it's too hard for women to handle. And, women around the world have been doing the same thing that men have been doing. We just haven't gave the females the opportunity to try it. And here is a short video about the 2 female Rangers and how other people feel about it, and even how people feel about women being in the military as well. And I hope you enjoy it, because it's, it really proves that women can do the same thing that men can do. And I think that's really cool.